Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you your weekly tarot reading for the week of the 28th of November through to the 4th of December 2021. Can you believe it? This week takes us into December, the last month of 2021. It is just crazy how quickly the time is going. I am working with what I call a family this week, which is the Oracle of, this is the Oracle of Mystical Moments, and this is the Tarot of Mystical Moments. I love these two decks. They are just absolutely awesome and they pair so nicely. The graphics, the artwork, the colors, also absolutely beautiful. So I can't wait to see what this week has in store for us. Just before we get into the reading, I do want to just remind you to go and check out your December Taroscopes. I have posted them. They are on YouTube. Basically, the Taroscopes are going to give you insight into how best to end off 2021 so that we can walk away from this year with confidence, with enthusiasm, and start 2021 off on a clean, clear, beautiful slate. So do check out your Taroscopes because I do think it's valuable information. Taroscopes are recorded for each sign of the zodiac and you can watch them for your sun, your moon, and your rising. But let's get into this week. Let's give these cards a shuffle. We're starting with the Oracle, and this is going to give us the theme for the week ahead. So let's give them a shuffle and see what wants to come through. Something jumped, but I'm going to leave it in there. Let's give the cards a shuffle and see what is our theme for the week ahead. What is the overall kind of energy that we need to know, that we need to be aware of as we go into, oopsie, such a bad shuffler, as we go into this next week. Right. Cards are shuffled. I'm going to cut the deck over there and we're going to take that card. Put the others away. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Morning Dew Girl, right? Isn't she gorgeous? I love this artwork. This artwork is really so beautiful. So here she stands in a garden. It almost looks like she blends into the garden, okay? So it is card 13, Morning Dew Girl. You can see the morning dew that's dripping off the plant and into her. She looks like she's part of the garden. She's part of everything and she looks so comfortable and so part of. And it's almost like, to me, when I see morning dew, it's almost like she's collecting the morning dew. Can you see that? She's got these leaves that she's using almost as a, I'm going to call it a bucket or a funnel, and she's collecting all the morning dew because the morning dew is so full of sweetness, it's so full of purity, it's so good for your skin, it's so good for your digestive system, it's so good for everything. And she's collecting the sweet nectar of life so that she has it available whenever she needs it. How absolutely fabulous is that? So that's going to be our, actually I'm going to leave it over there. That's going to be our theme for the week ahead. And you know what it is? It's about being prepared to grab opportunities as they strike, and also thinking about your actions that you do now, how they're going to affect you later. So she's harvesting the morning dew so that in the afternoon or the evening or later in that day or whenever, she has access to that sweetness, to that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful liquid to do with whatever she needs to. So it's about a little bit of planning, a little bit of foresight, and it's about taking, like I said to you, taking advantage of situations and circumstances as they come up for you, which I think is really, really awesome. And as I say that, okay, so as I say that she's collecting it to use at a later stage, and I'm looking at it and I'm suddenly realizing that these morning dew drops, actually, let me bring it closer again. These morning dew drops could actually be tears. All right. And I say that because her face, she doesn't look very excited. She doesn't look very enthusiastic about life. So maybe what she's actually collecting is tears, somebody else's tears. Maybe they are her own tears. Maybe they're the tears of the garden. Maybe they're the tears of society, of community. But what she's doing is she's collecting, she's taking them away so that she can use them for something else, or that she can make the plant really happy and thrive and beautiful, because she's going to use those tears for another purpose or for another reason. So whether it is just preparing yourself, taking advantage of situations to be used at a later stage, or maybe it's absorbing and taking somebody else's pain and discomfort so that they can look as beautiful as they need to, feel as beautiful as they need to. You can decide for yourself, but I'm going to take it that it's that sweetness of the morning dew, that beautiful energy, fresh new day, grabbing that energy, harvesting that energy, and storing it so that it's available and accessible whenever you need it. Because let's be honest, morning dew, there's a lot. And the plants only need a very little bit of it first thing in the morning. So what she's doing is she's taking the excess, the unused, and storing it for whenever it may be needed later in the day, later in the week, whatever it may be. And I think for our theme for the week ahead, I really do appreciate that. I really do enjoy that, because it's about being conscious of where you are, what you're doing, what you're facing, and what you're going through, as well as the garden. And it's about finding that balance between your needs, the needs of the garden, the needs of your community, the needs of everybody else, and doing what you need to do with that. All right, so let's grab the tarot deck, which is now a little bit bigger, and let's give it a bit of a shuffle. What we're going to do with the tarot now is we want to draw a single card for each day of the week that will give us the energy of the day that we need to know, that we need to be mindful of, so that we can get through this week confidently, comfortably, securely, successfully, however you want to say it, because that's the idea behind everything that we do and everything that we are, is that, yeah, life isn't always easy, hence the tears or the dewdrops, but it's about taking advantage of excess so that when you have times of lack, that you have abundance, or you have access to use in whichever way you want to or you need to. All right, so tarot cards have been shuffled. Let's just get them ready so that we can draw a card. Starting with Sunday, I do like to start the week ahead readings on a Sunday, and the reason for that is because Sundays to me are days of preparation for the week ahead. I'm splitting the deck over there, and now we're going to draw straight off the top. Yeah, so like I said, Sunday to me is about preparation. Sunday is about the day of getting yourself ready emotionally, mentally, physically for the week ahead. And then we obviously go into Monday, Tuesday, and so on, and we end the week off on a Saturday. So we're going to draw, our first card is going to be for Sunday, Monday, and these are quite large. I hope they're going to fit. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Oh, good, it fits. And then we're going to do Thursday, Friday, and our last one will be Saturday. All right, let me get the cards out of the way and let's get into it. Maybe it's a bit better if I leave her up there, then we can see her clearly. Okay, so energy for Sunday, what do we have? Oh, I like that. We've got the Hermit card. So the Hermit card is about solitude. It's about introspection. It's about looking within yourself, being comfortable with who you are, being comfortable with what you're in, what you're surrounded by, and not relying, waiting, or needing anybody. So Sunday is the day to collect. It's to collect, to prepare, to grab onto, so that later you don't have to wait for somebody else to bring you the morning dewdrops, that you have it all, that you are prepared for whatever. So Sunday is the day to be a little bit thoughtful of your week ahead. What am I getting into? What does my diary look like? What appointments do I have? What are the kind of situations I'm going to be facing? Be prepared, be ready, but also be open. Okay, that's one thing I want to say about the Hermit card. It's about being open and about being, almost, if I can say, just being transparent and open to receive anything that comes through. Don't put too many negative thoughts or too many expectations or too many pressures on the week ahead, but just be open, just be thoughtful. Spend some time on your own, get your head right, get your thoughts right, get your emotions right, so that the week gets started off with confidence and, sure-footed and all of those kind of things. So Sunday, today, the day that this video is released, is about taking the time to think about yourself, your needs, your desires, your goals, your expectations. But remember, we're going to go into this week taking advantage, grabbing things and storing, saving it for a later time when it is needed. So we're going to replenish our energies on the Sunday so that we have energy for the week ahead. Let's have a look and see what Monday has in store for us. So Monday comes along and we have this beautiful Five of Cups. Five of Cups is not normally a beautiful card, but I just love the yellow flowers. So here we have a lady. She's standing with her back facing us. She is knee deep in water. Those waters are her tears. They are her disappointments. The water is the things that upset her, and and she's trying to walk through it. And if you've ever tried to walk through water, it's not always easy. You're met with constant resistance. And the Five of Cups is the card of disappointment, and she's so disappointed about these three flowers that have fallen off her stick as such. And she's like, oh no, I'm losing my flowers. And she's so focused on what she's losing that she hasn't even noticed. You can see her head is turned in that direction. And she hasn't even seen the other beautiful flowers and blooms that are still there for her. So when Monday comes, considering the time of year, considering the energy of what we're all going through, let's not focus on the problems. Let's not focus on the challenges. Let's not focus on the couple of things that may go awry, that may go wrong for you today. But let's look around. It doesn't matter if you're standing in a pool of your own tears. Take a second, stop, breathe, center yourself and look around you. If you have a look at the sky in this particular card, you can see it's quite dark on this end, but actually right in front of her, it is so clear, it is so bright, it is so beautiful. So that means that the storm is passing. The storm is moving away. But if you follow the storm, if you're so focused on the storm, if you follow the storm, you're going to find yourself drowning in those tears. The morning dew girl is saying, let's prepare, let's grab what we can and keep it for a rainy day. Let's keep it for another day. And when things might go wrong, when you may find disappointment on Monday, don't get sucked into that disappointment, but look around you to see what else is there that's really fabulous, really amazing, and really wonderful. And shift your focus from there to there. And if you can do that, you'll see how easy it is to move away from the storm and towards the light and to overcome whatever disappointments and challenges may be facing you on Monday. All right, Tuesday, let's see what Tuesday wants to bring. Oh, beautiful stuff. So Tuesday gives us Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, here she sits on top of a tree, and you can see there is so much fruit that the tree is dropping its fruit. There is so much, there is an abundance, okay? The story of the Seven of Pentacles is that she planted the seed that became this tree. She did that a long time ago. She has been saving, collecting and saving energy, seeds, plants, flowers, whatever it may be. And she has been nurturing this tree for the longest time. And now her patience is starting to benefit her. It's starting to pay off. And she's at a point now for, to collect, to harvest everything that she's been working towards. So when we look at the week so far, Sunday, introspection, solitude, gathering thoughts, gathering energy, preparing yourself for the week ahead. Monday, don't get caught up in the disappointments. Don't get caught up in the things that look like they're going wrong or that aren't quite working out. Keep yourself focused. Keep yourself focused on the things that matter. Tuesday comes along and suddenly you start seeing the fruits of your labor. Suddenly you start recognizing how positive everything is. Look at the grass. Can you see how long the grass is here? She's been so focused on tending the tree that she has neglected the grass. Here, she's worrying about the grass. Oh, the grass is so long, the grass is so long. Forget about the grass. Focus on the fruit. Look at the abundance that is available to you, because that's what Tuesday is going to bring you. And remember, with Tuesday coming through, this is again a time to call in those favors, to take all the things that you've been storing, stashing, and keeping for the longest time and start bringing them, because maybe you need to use those morning dewdrops to water your plant, to tend your tree, to take care of your situations. All right. But honestly, so far, looking quite good. Let's have a look and see what Wednesday wants to bring for us. Am I right with Wednesday? Yes. Okay. So Wednesday comes along and we've got the Nine of Wands. So we've got a bit of a, I'm going to call it a bit of a theme developing, or a bit of a trend happening. So we've got the Hermit card, which is up. She's sitting elevated. She can see, she's feeling confident. She's feeling fabulous. Monday comes and she hits a bit of a low. Tuesday comes and she's up again. Wednesday, we're down again. We're hitting a bit of a low. If you look at the artwork here, so she's got this beautiful rose bush and she's trying to work with the rose bush. She's trying to tend it. She's trying to do whatever. And she keeps getting sliced, okay, because the rose bush is full of thorns. So she's not really paying attention to what she's doing, and she is getting a couple of scratches on her. The Nine of Wands is the card of exhaustion. It's also the card of saying, you know what, I'm so tired of getting pricked by the thorns. I'm so tired of getting hurt by, the thorns. You know that there are thorns on the rose bush, but it's what you need to do. It's almost like, bringing it back to this card on Monday. It's like, that things are going to go wrong, and you're almost sitting back waiting for it. And then when it happens, you go, see, I told you so. I told you so. Instead of being prepared, and that's Morning Dew Girl is telling you, let's be prepared. Let's make sure that we've got gloves. Let's make sure that we've got protective clothing. Let's make sure that we are protecting ourselves. And even though it seems like an impossible task, just like growing this tree seemed like an impossible task, but with perseverance, patience, and giving it a little bit of attention every single day, she eventually figures it out. And eventually she has this beautiful harvest of fruit available to her. So on Wednesday, I'm just trying to think, do I have the right day? Yes. On Wednesday, if you're feeling like throwing in the towel, if you're feeling like just giving up and saying, I don't want to do this anymore, don't. All right. You've come so far. You've done so much. All you have to do is just, I want to say, tweak your process, tweak your method. Remember, use that which you have gathered previously. Okay, use the tools, the resources, and the things that you have access to, the things that you've been saving for a rainy day. This is your rainy day, all right? Your rainy day is here, and please make sure that you don't throw in the towel prematurely. Can you imagine if she did that? Can you imagine if this lady here on the Seven of Pentacles, if she gave up on her tree a year ago, whatever the time frame is, she wouldn't have this abundance of fruit available to her now. So don't give up, even though you're feeling like it's a lost case and you're not getting anywhere and you just keep getting stabbed and paper cuts and all the rest of it. Don't let that stop you from progressing. Just keep pushing through. The Nine of Wands, from a numerology point of view, 9 is the last of the single digits. When we finish 9 and we move to 10, we do the 1 plus the 0, we add them together, it brings us back to single digit. So 9 is the completion, it's reaching the end, it's attainment, it's all of that kind of stuff. So this is not the time to be giving up, even if you feel like it, even if you're feeling like, I don't want another paper cut, I don't want another rose bush, slicing me open. I don't want it anymore. Just keep going. Use what you have secured, harvested, and held onto from the past, because that will help you through this energy on Wednesday. All right, let's have a look and see what Thursday has in store for us. So Thursday comes along, we've got another 5, okay? And this time, Thursday is giving us the 5 of Swords. So very interesting artwork here. And just to show you, we've got this lady in this beautiful dress. She has got a huge big white rose. White rose is a symbol of purity. It's a symbol of honesty. It's a symbol of, all of innocence. And she's holding it almost that it half obscures her face. But look at her shadow. Look at the shadow side of her. First of all, it's a masculine energy. So she is feminine, but her shadow seems to be a masculine energy. His jacket is very, very torn, okay? It looks like it's made out of stone and it's completely torn. Where his heart goes, it is completely broken. There is a void there, and there's a little bit of patchwork. And you see a little bit of thread patchwork on his heart space. So the 5 of Swords is basically saying to you, who are you? Who are you really? Is this who you are, or is that who you are? Are you pretending that everything is great and pure and wonderful, or is this really how you're feeling? So it's quite interesting how it comes through. And again, the 5 of Swords is the card that says to you, sometimes we have to put on a show. Sometimes we have to put on appearance. Sometimes we have to pretend in order to achieve objectives. And considering our theme for the week, considering our theme is Morning Dew Girl, which I interpreted as grabbing the sweetness of every morning and storing it, saving it for a later date, for a time when you need it most. When we get to, so Sunday was a quiet day. Monday we had disappointment. We were feeling confident and okay on Tuesday. Wednesday was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Thursday comes along, and Thursday you're putting on a brave face. All right, Thursday, we need to put on that brave face. We need to recognize that the face that we show to the world might not be who we truly are. And we have to wear the costume. You have to wear the costume, you have to show up, and you have to put on a good show, because we'll deal with that. Let's do a quick patch job on our emotions, on our feelings, on our mindset, and let's just get through this. Let's just get through this period. And once we're through this period, we can actually worry about who are we really? Who do we want to be? What feeds our soul? What do we need? What do we want? And who are we? But it's about just using that which you have got stored, the energy that you have got stored, to put on a display. And I also want to say to you that this is not forced on you. This is actually something that you do voluntarily because you understand the purpose and the function. You understand who you want to be, what you need to do to get there. Remember, let's go back to this day where we were getting all these slices, all these paper cuts, and the thorn bush was hurting us. Going through that pain, going through those challenges, going through those difficulties brings about a positive outcome. And sometimes you know that. Sometimes you've got to walk across the hot coals to get to the other side. And that's Five of Swords energy, especially in this particular context. It's saying to you that sometimes you know that you just have to put on a show, wear a mask, wear the costume, do it well, do it proudly in order to achieve an outcome. So sometimes we have to put that show on. And I do believe that that's what you're doing on Thursday. And it's something that you're prepared for. It's something that you've got in your back pocket ready to whip out and to achieve that. And again, considering we got a couple of cuts the day before, we do need to cover up. We do need to wear that mask on Thursday. Okay. And again, knowing this, knowing how this week is playing out, knowing what's in store for you, knowing exactly what the theme is, it means that we can be more prepared. So when this happens, we don't feel the disappointment and the frustration. We actually just, you know what? I know I have to do this. I know it's going to be okay, but I do have to go through this motion. And honestly, rather know it ahead of time than be caught unawares and not take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to you. All right, let's have a look and see energy of Friday. Okay, so Friday is a bit easier on us. All right, what we have here is the Wheel of Fortune, which is a Major Arcana card. We had a Major Arcana card, and we've got another one over here. So our second Major Arcana card of the week. Wheel of Fortune, and again, look at this beautiful red dress that she's wearing, and it's full of all these cogwheels. And the first cogwheel starts off at her heart space, and you can see that she's even got a little heart emblem there. Okay, so the first cogwheel starts at a heart space, and as that wheel turns, so it turns all of the others, coming right down to the bottom. And isn't that exactly what we've been saying, is understanding the process, understanding the things that we have to do in order to achieve certain outcomes. We have to collect energy, collect that sweetness of the day first thing in the morning so that you have it later in the day. You cannot later in the afternoon say, oh, but hold a second, I need some morning dew, when you didn't take the opportunity early in the day. So this is exactly what we're working towards. Now, I am going to say to you, Wheel of Fortune is also known as the Karma card. Okay, Wheel of Fortune is the card that says no human intervention required. Things are going to play out the way that they're going to play out. There's nothing much we can do about it. So everything that we're doing this week has been preparing us for this Friday, okay? Preparing you for the way everything sort of comes together on Friday. This is also saying to you that with the week laid out as it is, that you may be feeling like, I don't know where this week is going. I don't know how it's going to all work out. I don't know if it's going to be okay. But when Friday comes, all your puzzle pieces just suddenly click. And then when the puzzle pieces click into place, suddenly you know, okay, it is all right. So again, that might make it easier for you to deal with all the disappointment and all the, I want to call it, the hardships that we may experience this week, because we know that come Friday, suddenly we have understanding, suddenly we have comprehension, suddenly everything is as it should be. But we've had to go through those days, those experiences, those situations in order to to have the best outcome on the Friday. All right, let's have a look and see what is Saturday. And Saturday, what does Saturday have in store for us? Two of Pentacles. Okay, so here you can see suddenly we're standing on top of a skyscraper. All right, suddenly we are high up. We have got bird's eye view. We have got a beautiful view of the town below. And being higher up, it might not just be from a height point of view, but it might be from a vantage point of view. Being high up and being able to see the full situation of what is available for you. And what is she doing up there? So it looks like she's got I don't even know what to call it. But anyway, she's got a lemniscate, which is the infinity symbol, and she's got two balls and she's juggling. All right. And she's trying to look at her. She's even standing on one foot. She's trying to keep her balance. She's standing high up. Everybody's looking at her. She can see everything below her, and she's trying to find her balance. And I don't know if you've ever gone high up in a building, but when you do, the higher up you go, the windier it seems to get. So even though she's standing right up there, the wind is knocking her, but she's managing to stay consistent, to stay strong, to stay stable, and she's still finding her balance and doing a superb job about it. So this week looks very, very interesting, if I can say so myself. I do think this theme is actually the key with this whole scenario, because the Morning Dew Girl is really saying to you, be prepared for any eventuality. All right? Don't wing it this week. Don't just take it day by day. Don't go into this week saying, oh, you know what, I'll figure it out when it happens. No, no, no. This is saying to you, you need to be prepared, and take the Sunday to prepare. If you're only watching this video later in the week, whenever you watch it, take that time at that moment to think about your week ahead, to think about who, what, when, how many. Go through all of that. Take the time to strategize, to ponder, and to be prepared. And any excess that you find this week, stash it, store it, hold on to it, because you never know when you're going to need it. All right. I do think, though, that if we take the advice of this particular reading, by the end of the week, we are going to be okay. We will have balance. We're not going to be toppled. All right. But it all depends on how you handle Monday, how you handle Wednesday, and how you handle Thursday, because they seem to be let's call it the touchy days. All right. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. If you can navigate those 3 days in the right way, in the best way for you, I think you will find your balance and everything working out perfectly by Friday, Saturday. So, friends, I know it may appear a little bit daunting and scary, but actually I'm quite confident. I really am. I'm quite confident that it's going to be okay, as long as you catch that morning dew, gather it, save it, keep it, stash it, store it, whatever you need to do, so that when your energy is low, you can use what you've stored. Keep it available, keep it handy, so that you can whip it out and use it whenever you need to. And again, rather have this knowledge beforehand, so that as the week unfolds, you are better prepared to handle it the way that you need to. All right, friends, as always, with love and blessings from my heart to yours, and until we connect again, take care.